Ladies and gentlemen, ministers, guest ministers, international institutions, you are very welcome to this open ministerial session. I invite Mr. Olof Persson, please, to address us.
The Volvo Group's vision is to become the world leader in sustainable transport solutions. And that means that we look at sustainability not only from an environmental point of view, but also from an economic and social sustainability point of view. I would say that most transport systems today are efficient in theory. But in reality, many are not utilized to their full potentials. So what kind of innovations can increase transport efficiency today? One area where the Volvo Group see a great potential for progress is within the ICT area, the information and communication technology. Platooing where you actually electronically connect a number of vehicles after each other and thereby having the leading vehicles to drive the other vehicles. That is one example of an innovation that really and heavily rely on strongly state-of-the-art ICT applications involving the drivers, of course, but also the vehicles, infrastructure, and very much the traffic management system around in the world. It is actually now being demonstrated under real circumstances, and a new legislative framework is needed to enable them to be introduced in public on a large scale.
INRIX, the company of Bryan Mistele, is probably in global terms the biggest developer supplier of metadata, the kind of massive amounts of traffic data that we need to begin to read, to predict, and to develop new management systems. So Bryan, over to you.
I want to start by asking you to imagine a new world. Imagine a world where you had more than 100 million vehicles and devices out on the road today that could tell you what traffic is like, covering more than 4 million miles of road that you're able to look at in real time to determine traffic patterns. Imagine further this were in more than 40 different countries around the world today, and that information could be used by traffic operation centers to optimize traffic flow in and out of their networks. Imagine it could be used in planning purposes to optimize traffic signal timing. That world is not in the future. That world exists today. On the East Coast of the United States, more than 15 states have gotten together and created the I-95 Corridor Coalition. They wanted a comprehensive view up and down the East Coast of how freight moved and how people moved. What we've done is we've been able to provide that information that they're using in their traffic operations centers for real-time incident response, for emergency management. When Hurricane Sandy hit the East Coast of the United States, they were able to deploy real-time emergency response vehicles based on what they really saw happening in real time with the traffic congestion in and out of those cities.
I will invite now Mr. Lutz Bertling, CEO of Bombardier Transportation, to take the podium and to address us. Thank you.
You all know urbanization is one of the key challenges to transport today. 50% of the global population lives in cities today. 70% are expected to do so by 2050. You know these figures, and all these cities are facing the challenge of getting more and more people into town in the morning and out of it in the evening. Ask for a metro, what you will get is a metro. But there's more. We have not only developed technologies for a rail system, but also other ways to make global transport better for the environment and more energy efficient. One example is the technology for energy transmission via induction. You all know this from your electric toothbrush. It's cableless, it's induction. And this technology we have already developed, tested, and approved for trams, and we called it PrimeMove. Imagine electric vehicles that don't need to be plugged in to recharge and don't negatively impact your driving habits or traveling time. This is the power of our game-changing PrimeMove e-mobility solution. Again, how can you help make it happen? Push for electrification in your cities and be reassured solutions exist. The industry is there to provide you with the best solution for your transportation problems. Thank you very much for your attention.
I would like to ask you to stay in the room briefly, because we will now take the traditional family picture.
Look on the cameras, please. Smile.